Well, tonight, Johnny Manziel is showing us the muscle around him. That will be Drake and OVO. Tonight, Johnny posted Drake wearing this jacket with a very direct message that's written on the back. Well, go to hell about Johnny Manziel.
It was supposed to be about football, but it quickly spiraled into rap careers, podcast clout, fists, and even Drake. Let's unpack how Gilly the Kid went from defending Jaylen Hurts to potentially beefing with OVO.
And it all started when Cam Newton posted this list. And if you take a look at this list, there's somebody missing on it. And that person that's missing on it is the Super Bowl MVP, Jaylen Hurts.
News coming out of the sports media world involving two former quarterbacks and a media personality. Born and bred in Philly, Gilly the Kid recently started an online feud with Cam Newton after the former MVP left Jaylen Hurts off his top 10 QB list.
Like we might just have a Drake versus Philly part 2 coming up. It looks like Johnny Manziel is officially tagging in his big brother Drake into his beef with Gilly. Now, over the weekend, Johnny was not too happy with Gilly clowning Cam Newton. You guys know Gilly and Cam Newton have been going back and forth with each other. They've been clowning each other's careers.
Cam Newton, Jaylen Hurts did what you couldn't do. That was win a Super Bowl.
There will not be no playing with my name, with my career. This is all entertainment here.
Hey, shut your tight jean wearing ass up, man. You had on a jersey with a bow tie, you corny ass nigga. You will never be able to f with Jaylen Hurts, nigga. You super goofy, corny ass nigga.
I know why you in your feelings, Gilly. Was it the album comment? Can you name me one Gilly the Kid album? Damn. Did you know his album was Philadelphia?
That kind of struck a nerve.
Where I'm from, Gilly, we stab and we twist. Wise words was told to me, they say, when you go low, I go to hell. So let's bring up your actual facts and your actual stats. When I'm looking at your rap career, Gilly did not chart any solo singles on the Billboard Hot 100. Philadelphia didn't do no numbers? Dang. Former member of Major Figures, bass rap group late 90s and early 2000s. You ain't never been great at nothing. The only great thing that Gilly does, he's a great mascot. Big hat, dancing around, yeah, getting them going. Mascot, very questionable career. We can't relate on a lot of things, Gilly. And if it wasn't for Wallow, all credibility on $1 million worth of game would be really at question. Because he has a wisdom about him, Wallow that is. I respect it, and I also respect Gilly. But respectfully, brother, we cannot relate. While you're dancing on the sideline, I was in the game. Please understand, when I said your name, most people didn't know who you were. They said, who, Gilly? Who is that? Man, you know the dude that be walking around with this big old hat. Oh, that dude. Man, don't take him serious. That's the narrative about you, guy. You can't beat me in nothing. And I mean nothing. That's basketball, that's football, that's baseball, that's rock, paper, scissors, that's chess, that's checkers, that's tennis, that's golf. All I'm asking for is respect. But just be mindful how you use and you talk about me. But I'm rooting for you. I'm gonna subscribe to $1 million worth of game. I will be looking for your repeated response. And this is my challenge to you. Try to refrain from using the N-word in every sentence. Use your nouns and your verbs and adjectives, brother. Not just every word being a curse word.
Corny ass nigga.
Gilly couldn't understand the snub and went at Cam on his IG story saying Jaylen did what Cam couldn't do, and that was to win a Super Bowl. And obviously Cam responded with that viral clip where he went at everyone.
Now, I'm a Bears fan. I ain't got no dog in this fight, but the Smithsonian needs to study all the Jaylen Hurts slander. Harvard needs to start a new curriculum studying the Jaylen Hurts slander. It should be required in all 50 states that each student take a class on Jaylen Hurts slander. But Philly legend and native Gilly the Kid, the co-owner of $1 million worth of game, was not having no slander for Jaylen Hurts. And Gilly the Kid made a post saying, hey Cam, Jaylen did what you couldn't do, which is win a Super Bowl. There will be no Jaylen Hurts slander, buddy. And Cam Newton took that person.
Cam didn't just fire back, he came for Gilly's legacy. He questioned his impact, his music, and even his place in the podcast world.
Cam Newton got in his bag. He said, you know what? Let's bring Gilly to the forefront and let's get personal. And he got real personal with Gilly. He started to bring up his album sales, got to talking about his career. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, damn, it's about to go crazy. Let's listen to what Cam Newton had to say.
Just look at the stats, bro. Miss me with the hate. That's so easy to say. Terrell. Ryan. Gilbert. Did you know his album was Philadelphia?
I didn't even know how many albums did he drop?
4 studio albums.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I couldn't look up the units that were sold, but that's one of the main reasons why he's in podcasting now.
Chill.
One of his albums, ironically enough, was called $1 Million Worth of Game.
Oh, for real?
Hello, I'm sorry, Gilly, but I'm educating people on your career.
This was trolling at its finest. Gilly pulled out a prop, the trophy Cam never held, and sparked a new chapter in the beef.
Eddie, man, Cam Newton tried to really flex on him. But Gilly the Kid had a birthday party. And at this birthday party, he had the Lombardi Trophy with him. And this is what he had to say to Cam Newton at his birthday party.
Cam ain't never had one of these. I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga. Thank you, Jaylen. Appreciate you, Jaylen. Love you, Nick. Love you, Nick. Appreciate you, Jaylen. Cam Newton never had one of these. I said Cam Newton never got one of these. Thank you, Jaylen.
Which then prompted Johnny Manziel to crash out on Gilly. He told Gilly, yo, you may be the biggest fucking loser on the planet. Talking like you fucking done anything on the football field. If I see you, just know I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. Trust. I love $1 million worth of game, but that's the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Can't wait for this response. Just set up the Rough N Rowdy and let's call it a day. Take Jaylen's dick out your mouth for a couple minutes. Pretty sure he's already got a chick, Gilly. Now, Rough N Rowdy is an amateur boxing event that's hosted by Barstools. So not only is Johnny telling Gilly, yo, I will literally put hands on you both outside the ring and inside the ring. Now, to me personally, Johnny, you were out of line, brother. From what it looks like, you and Gilly do not know each other. You guys do not have a relationship with each other. So you coming out the blue to address him like this is crazy. Especially when the person he's actually making fun of and going back and forth with never took it this far.
Okay, so this is where the beef takes a twist because out of nowhere, former Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel decides to insert himself into the conversation and defend fellow QB Cam Newton as he responded on Twitter to the video of Gilly tweeting, yo Gilly, you may be the biggest effing loser on the planet, talking like you've done anything on a football field. If I see you, just know I'm gonna slap the F out of you. Trust. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Coming from Johnny Football, someone we haven't really heard much of in years, and just going off on Gilly and calling him out publicly like that, I mean, to say that he's gonna slap the F out of him is crazy. Anyways, Manziel was going absolutely crazy in the comment section on Twitter. Barstool employee Stephen Shea responded to Johnny's tweet saying, Gilly only has 7 fewer TD passes and also has 7 less INTs than you on an NFL football field. So I'm not sure you're the right guy to gatekeep NFL discussions because you are nobody in that world too. Great college football player though, respect.
If I see you, just know I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. I ain't gonna lie, man. Johnny Manziel gotta be off the powder saying something like that. He doubled down and said, hey man, take Jaylen's dick out your mouth for a couple minutes. Pretty sure he's already got a chick. And it was at that moment I knew Gilly gonna try to beat the powder out of him if he run into him. But Gilly will go ahead and respond, and y'all gotta look at Gilly's response, man, because Gilly was spot on. Just take a look at this.
Come on, Johnny. Out of all the motherfuckers you can fuck with, Johnny, what the fuck would make you stop at me, man? Huh? What would make you stop at that bus stop and fuck with me, Johnny? I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. Ain't no secret. You had 8 ball of that shit, Johnny. I figured by now that shit would have wore off, right? Johnny, what the fuck would make you get up and just say, you gonna slap me? Out of all the motherfuckers on planet Earth, Johnny, you gonna slap me? Had to be this shit right here, Johnny. Because it ain't 1917 no more, Johnny. This is 2025. Niggas fight back, Johnny. The fuck make you think you just gonna slap a nigga and then what you just gonna do? You just gonna walk off about your business, Johnny, and just ain't nothing gonna happen, Johnny. No, we gonna have to put on a bet nap, Johnny, to over and under for how many fucking days you gonna lay in the hospital. And I'm taking 13 and a half days. I'm taking the fucking over, Johnny. Now let me tell you something, Johnny. I need you to check in the AA, Alcohol Anonymous, and I need you to check the fuck out of AAB. African American business, Johnny. This shit ain't had nothing to do with you.
Comfortable and super safe with the people you got around you. Well, tonight, Johnny Manziel is showing us the muscle around him. That will be Drake and OVO. Tonight, Johnny posted Drake wearing this jacket with a very direct message that's written on the back. Well, go to hell about Johnny Manziel. AKA, if you fuck with Johnny Manziel, you're fucking with OVO. And we all know right now, Drake is strictly about his OVO guys that held him down. Drake recently bought brand new chains for everybody in OVO, which had these words written on the back. The Cold War is over and it made us even colder. So it looks like Drake is definitely supporting his guy OVO Johnny Manziel in this beef against Gilly. Which then brings us to the very awkward part. Gilly fucks with Drake. Heavy. Last year when Drake was beefing with Kendrick, Gilly was actually one of the few media personalities that was supporting Drake. And according to Gilly, he claimed some of Drake's diss records were actually better than Kendrick's.
I just heard that Kendrick Lamar diss. I fuck with Kendrick, but that shit was going on the cob, man. You know what's crazy, man? The light skin is winning, man. 3-0, man. Fucking Drake up 2-0. Motherfucking Chris Brown up 1-0. I just take me back. I remember in the motherfucking late 80s, the motherfucking light skin, man, everything up to the late 80s. Then motherfucking Nino Brown pistol whip every light skin in motherfucking New Jack City. Then they had it bad, all the way up to motherfucking Steph Curry and Chris Brown and Klay Thompson and Drake. And now them lights is doing what they want, man.
You listen to this somehow, some way, you will end up with a permanent Timberland tree in your ass. You gotta chill out, man, cause I know Gilly funny and shit, but Gilly do got people that love him. Gilly do got people with him that's gonna put the plunge in. You know what I mean? So it's not like you finna run up on Gilly and slap him and it's finna be on TMZ and Johnny Manziel gonna be some hero. No, we gonna hear about your ass entering the shadow round. You need to stay out of this, man, because this ain't got nothing to do with you. You took it too far. You went and brought violence into this.
If you're Gilly, you're in quite a pickle, buddy. You fuck with Drake, but Drake fucks with the nigga that you're beefing with even harder. Do you now cop a plea and say, you know what, Johnny, I ain't even messing with you right now? Or do you double down on Johnny and Drake because now these guys are clearly against you? Johnny, this is nasty work, my brother. How do you start a fight with somebody, they respond back to you, then you go and get your big brother to fight your battle? Nah, Johnny, you gotta come catch this fade on your own.